Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Welcome all of you for this wonderful, auspicious Karthik Pratha program that we are doing every day, where we are getting to hear about Krishna and we are visiting different spots of Vrindavan and Brajamandal Parikrama, and also we are singing the Damodar Ashtakam and offering the lamps to Lord Damodar. So it's really, really auspicious program. And today we are going to hear about one of the qualities of Krishna, that is his talks are very pleasing. And we have our Sharada Mataji. She's going to present this quality. So over to you, Sharada Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna to all dear devotees. And thanks to Arishatra Prabhu for giving me this opportunity. Namamu Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutali Shri Bhaktivedanta Swamiti Namani Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauram Veer Vishesha Shunyavati Prabhu Nityananda Shadvaita Gadadrashis. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. When we were asked to select the topic, I chose the pleasing speech topic, because opposite poles attract each other. Since I don't have that, maybe I got attracted to that particular 64 qualities of Krishna. So I'll try to make a humble effort to present various scenarios where Krishna's talk was sweeter than anything in the world. So we all know this wonderful Ashtakam, Madhura Ashtakam by Vallabhacharya. And in that Ashtakam, the second stanza goes like this. Vachanam Maduram Charitam Maduram Vasanam Maduram Valitam Maduram Chalitam Maduram Brahmitam Maduram Maduradipate Akilam Maduram Maduradipate Akilam Maduram. So in this Ashtakam, they speak about the entire sweetness of Krishna. So Vachanam, and the topic is Vachanam, how Krishna's speech is so sweet. So, and Krishna is his words are sweet. If you see the meaning of this particular stanza, it says his words are sweet, his character is sweet, his dress is sweet, his belly folds are sweet, his movements are sweet, his wandering is sweet, everything is sweet, and about the emperor of sweetness. So Krishna is really like a sweet factory, everything, whatever he does, if he moves also it's sweet. He just moves the eyelids also it's sweet. Whatever he does is sweet. So we will see how Krishna's sweetness is there everywhere, spread everywhere. And not only that, even in Krishna, in Bhagavad Gita also he emphasizes on the 17th chapter, 15th sloka, he says 3 important things, very important for everybody to follow. Austerity of speech, 3 important qualities which are truthful, pleasing, and beneficial. So this pleasing, right? Krishna stresses this point so many times, Priya Vakyam. So if you're talking to some different soul, this Priya Vakyam is extremely important. Along with Satyam, it has to be truthful and definitely it has to be beneficial. Otherwise, there's no point talking to that. So Krishna not only displays this quality, he also preaches to Arjuna in that battlefield. He says these 3 are very important, Arjuna. So for a person to have the best, dialogue between 2 human beings or multiple people. Same way, even in the nectar of instructions, if you take this topic, Vacho Vegam, right? Very important, we have to tolerate the urge to speak. And Vacho Vegam is so similar to this watch out, right? Just like how we have WhatsApp and things like that. This watch out we keep saying, right? And Vacho Vegam is so tuned to that. So we'll have to really watch out in what we're doing, because, our Supreme Father doesn't like unpleasing things. So we have to watch out. Our Vacho Vegam has to be extremely careful. Talk only when it is required and only when it's pleasing to others. So these are the 2 things that I thought from the Shastras I'll just quote. And moving on to a very interesting episode that everybody is aware, the Jaya Vijaya episode. We'll see how Krishna speaks. The Vachanam is Madhuram, right? We saw in the Ashtakam, Vachanam Madhuram. So Vachanam Madhuram we are going to see in the Jaya and Vijaya episode. we are aware that there's a conflict going on between the Jaya Vijaya and the four Kumaras. They come naked, and the Jaya Vijaya do not recognize their power. They kind of do not allow the entry. So this happens. So then the Lord understands that something is going on in my family, something is going on in my team, and I'll have to go and address it. So when he comes, when he comes, the minute the Kumara sees the Lord, when they see him, they immediately they forget the Brahman philosophy and they get attracted to the personality of the Lord, and they start reciting a few, prayers and things like that. So the first thing, Vachanam Madhuram, what Krishna does, the Lord Vishnu does, is he acknowledges the beautiful prayers and even congratulates, saying, you whatever you appreciated is really good enough. It's really nice. The second thing that he says is like, he seeks forgiveness. Imagine somebody is fighting, you're not at all involved, you're inside, you're kind of resting along with your spouse, and then you hear something happening at your doorstep, and it's just not like two bedroom doorstep to just walk easily and come. It's like you have to cross multiple gates. So Krishna comes there, and then the Lord comes there, and then he says, okay, I appreciate whatever you did, Kumaras. And then on top of it, he says, please forgive me because my family, my team member, my gatekeeper has done some mistake. And he's so such a heavy dialogue, like when he says, I will not hesitate even to lop off my own arm, to that extent he comes in, he kind of, that's how his speech is. And so immediately, the, what do you call, Jaya Vijaya understand that there is a problem. But the Sanat Kumara is a little confused because they also kind of got agitated. But then the next thing that the Lord says is like, you reduce the punishment term. So that way it balances the act between Jaya Vijaya and the Kumaras. So he says, you please, I know this happened. I know that they'll have to be punished, but reduce the punishment. Okay. And then the complete stress is reduced by both the parties, Jaya Vijaya and the son of Kumara and the Kumaras. And then the Kumaras, when they talk to the Lord, they are saying one important thing, they're saying, you're the supreme ruler of all. But what we don't understand is we have not done anything good for you, but you speak in our favor. So that's the wonderful quality of the Lord. They have not done, they have kind of disrupted the environment, the peaceful Vaikunta setup. Imagine some noise happening in Vaikunta, and then they're saying that, we have not done anything great, but you're kind of talking in our favor. So we're kind of surprised. That's how the entire thing goes. And then even in the Brahmana's wife's episode, if you see, in the 10th canto, the Krishna's, as usual, the Gopas are extremely hungry. They go and tell Krishna, we are hungry. Then Krishna says, okay, go to the Brahmanas. They're doing some sacrificial fire there. So go get the food and tell. He sends with the recommendation letter. He says that you can go and tell them that Krishna and Balram said, so that the food will definitely come through. So the Gopas go and say, but nothing comes there. Then Krishna says, okay, don't worry. You go talk to their wives. Definitely you'll get something from there. So the minute the Gopas go and tell the wives like they empty the entire kitchen, all the foodstuffs and all that stuff keep coming. And then they come to meet the Lord, crossing a lot of forest area and things like that. And the best thing is we have heard about we welcoming the Lord. Swagatam Krishna. That's how it is. But here Krishna is doing Swagatam. He says, welcome, O most fortunate ladies. Please sit down and make yourselves comfortable. What can I do for you? This is like, a receptionist or somebody kind of really giving a very wonderful, warm reception saying that, what can I do for you? And after spending the time, the Brahmana's wife spending the time with Krishna, and they don't want to leave the place because obviously you're with the Lord and you just don't want to miss that opportunity. So Krishna says that, you'll have to go back because you'll have to help your husbands. So that's again, instead of getting angry that the husbands did not give any food and things like that, the Lord in his Vachanam Madhuram, he says, you go back and you help your husbands, to serve. One more important episode, which I thought I should highlight is Bhrigu episode. The Bhrigu Muni wants to test who is the leader of all the three devas like Vishnu, Shiva, and Brahma. So Shiva and Brahma, they fail. And then he comes to Lord Vishnu's place. And how does he come? He does not take any permission. He just enters. See, even if somebody has to enter our place, there's a security guard saying that there's somebody coming in. You'll have to let them. Is it okay? Is that okay? And all that stuff. That they have to sign the register and all that stuff for a mundane person. But at the Lord's house, Brigumuni, it just enters without any permission, and he sees the Lord sleeping, taking rest, and he kind of kicks because he gets very angry and kind of hits the Lord on his chest, and when the Lord wakes up, the first thing the Lord asks is that, Maharishi, are you hurt in your foot? Why just strong, but your foot is not so strong? Are you kind of really hurt? So imagine if somebody comes and kicks, especially when we're sleeping, and that too, we being the Lord of the universe, like our reaction will be like, come on, what are you doing? And I will give you this kind of shapa or something like that. But this is no tit for tat. The pleasing speech, no tit for tat at all. Very pleasingly, are you hurt? The first thing is like, are you in trouble? So that's something which I wanted to highlight. And Kalia's pastime also. This is something that I picked up from Nectar of Devotion, wherein after Kalia, completely gets subdued, and Krishna checks his ego and all that stuff, the Lord also says, see, I did this only for the benefit of the cows. You were kind of poisoning this entire thing, and you were harming the cows and the other people who were drinking the water. So my intention was only to protect the cows. I didn't have any other intention to come and fight with you. So Prabhupada very nicely writes that point in the Nectar of Devotion, saying that, and Krishna also says that, please do not be dissatisfied with me. I just came to save the people who are in danger, for nothing else I had come. And then the last thing which Uddhava says, see, he says, Uddhava, this is a quote from Uddhava, and he says, the words of Krishna are so attractive, Vachanam Madhuram, right? Vachanam Madhuram is so attractive. They can immediately change the heart of even his opponent. His words, his Vachanam, can immediately solve all the questions and problems of the world. Although he does not speak very long, each and every word from his mouth contains volume of meaning. These speeches of Krishna are very pleasing to my heart. This is what, Uddhava says, It doesn't speak much, like, even if you see in the Bhagavad Gita, it's just about, say, Krishna would have spoken about 300 to 400 verses in the entire 700 verses. But every verse, it's like Bhagavad Gita is also called Gita, right? It's called the Song of the Lord. So even there, it's like, it's called Bhagavad Gita only because Krishna is singing there. The speech is so wonderful and useful. And till date, after so many years ago, still, when we read Bhagavad Gita, we get that fresh energy because the Lord is singing. The Lord is singing and praising, telling what to do in his speech. So these were the few points I just wanted to cover in the short session. So we should, so the moral is Vachanam Madhuram. I'll just sing this and I'll just close the session. Vachanam Madhuram Charitam Madhuram Vasanam Madhuram Valitam Madhuram Chalitam Madhuram Brahmitam Madhuram Madhuradipate Akilam Madhuram Madhuradipate Akilam Madhuram Madhuradipate Akilam Madhuram. Hare Krishna.
Hari Hari. Thanks a lot, Mataji, for this wonderful introduction about Krishna's so wonderful quality of speech, amazing quality of speech. It is, you just did not cover this quality. You also covered how Krishna is so accommodative, so loving and caring, even for people who are trying to harm him. And in this whole month, all the devotees here are trying to give pleasure to Krishna by offering lambs and offering Damodar Ashtakam and things like that. Surely Krishna will be really, really very pleased with all the devotees here, and he'll be showering a lot of mercy. So thanks, Mataji, for getting us close to Krishna, for speaking about one of the qualities of Krishna. Thanks a lot. Hari Hari. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So we will move on. We'll move on to our next program. That's our Rajamandal Parikrama. Over to you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Please accept my humble obeisances. Rajmandal Parikrama ki jai. So yesterday we were at Nandagram, where we went to Prem Sarovar, we went to Uddhav Kyari, and we also did the darshan of Sri Radha Raman, the self-manifested dark-colored, black-colored deity of Krishna, which manifested from the Damodar Shila of Srila Gopal Bhatta Goswami. Right. So I did at this moment. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank our team who is relentlessly working. And there's a good news. There are two more teenagers who have joined us to perform the seva. They called us, "Can we help Mataji?" And this is Akshaya from Varthur, and this is Shriya Kukreja, who are helping us in typing the scripts, which is one of the most difficult tasks, with the correct spellings and a very careful service that is to be rendered. So we really, really thank them. Apart from this, we have Dipali Mataji, who's joined us making the PPT. We have Rashmi Shabrish Mataji and Devashish Prabhu, who are helping us. Please let us chant so that we always render service to Guru Maharaj, and please Gauranga. Sri Gauranga, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you. So today we have Arish and Ved taking us to Khadirvan. Let's hear from them. Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees, please accept our humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Today we will take you to Khadiravana. To get to Khadiravana, our buses drive through Anjanaka, now known as Anjanok, which is southeast of Nandagrama and 5 kilometers northeast of Varshana, on the road between Varshana and Chata. Once, while Srimati Radharani was applying Anjana to her kajal to her eyes, she heard the melodious sound of Krishna's flute.
Dropping everything, she left her home and ran with her Sakhis to meet him. As Radharani came near Krishna, he became overwhelmed. He made Radha sit on a flower-bedded asana, which Vrinda Devi had arranged. Looking at the beauty of his Radha, Krishna noticed that her eyes were not decorated with Anjana. When he asked why this was, the Sakhis explained.
Enjoying the opportunity, Krishna brought Anjana and applied it to Radha's eyes with great happiness. For this reason, this place is known as Anjanaka. Khadiravana is the 7th of the 12 forests in our itinerary. It is directly east of Nandagrama and about 10 kilometers northeast of Varshana, a short distance of the Varshana-Chata road.
The Aryavara Purana states that anyone who visits this forest will ascend to the Lord's abode. As we get off our buses, we offer our humble obeisances to Khadiravan. Krishna and his cowherd friends used to play here while they herded the cows.
Shortly after killing Vatsasura and after their breakfast, Krishna, Balrama and the cowherd boys crossed the Yamuna river and wandered into Khadiravana with their calves and made them drink water from a nearby lake. After the calves had drunk, they too drank to their satisfaction. That's when they noticed Bakasura, the giant heron demon, standing next to the lake.
Bakasura quickly swallowed Krishna, and when the boys saw what happened, they almost fell unconscious. We see 3-foot tall herons in this region sometimes. Their spindly legs and large grey bodies are a unique sight.
In Khadiravana, one can also find the Bhajana Kutir of Loknath Goswami on the bank of Sangam Kunda, where Krishna and the gopis used to meet. Sangam means union. Loknath Goswami followed the Lord's order, and Bhugarbha Goswami, his intimate friends, accompanied him. The Prema Vilasa reveals that Loknath Goswami is Manjulali, Manjari, and Bhugarbha Goswami is Nandimukhi.
They occasionally stayed here on the bank of Sangama Kunda and did bhajan together. Despite being the senior Goswami, out of his profound humility, Loknath Goswami took a vow never to accept disciples.
However, owing to the insistence of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who appeared to him in a dream, and the strong determination of Narottama Dasa Thakur, his aspiring disciple, Loknath made an exception and initiated Narottama after first testing him for an entire year.
At Chata, our buses turned right onto the Delhi-Agra highway towards Vrindavana. We heard about Chatravana, a couple of kilometers south of Chata. There is a sweet pastime connected to both Chatravana and Umrao.
Once at Chatravana, Krishna declared himself king of Vraja. By his order, the Sakhas, headed by Madhumangala, went from forest to forest and loudly proclaiming his sovereignty and calling others to support his rule. But when the Sakhis heard this proclamation, they became furious.
After chastising Madhumangala for claiming Krishna's authority over a kingdom, Srimati Radharani allowed him to return to his king. The Sakhis then released him, and Madhumangala ran off, his hands still bound.
Chatravan, Krishna is sitting on his throne, and when he saw Madhumangal arrive, he asked, "Why have you come in such a condition?" In distress, Madhumangal replied, "This is the result I got by declaring you king. Radharani is the prince with unlimited power. What can you do against her authority? My advice to you is that you should recognize her authority, surrender yourself to her, and take her shelter."
Madhu replied, I am not distressed, even if I am insulted. I only care for your well being. Speaking like this, he then took the hand of Krishna and led him to the place where Radha was staying, which is Umrao.
After some discussion, Krishna was allowed to sit next to Radharani on the throne. We bow down many times to the sacred place, Umrao. Nitai Gaur Prem Nande Hari Hari Bol.
Yes, Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol. They remind us of Krishna's prime sakhas, Madhumangal and Kinkini, isn't it? So beautifully narrated and very wonderfully with beautiful expressions. So let me tell you something about Eresh and Ved. Eresh is a very ardent and a very sincere disciple, Gita class attender of His Grace Karthike Prabhu, and he's also been guided by His Grace Achyuta Prabhu. And Ved, we've known Ved since the past 4 years, and he has gradually stepped up and up the ladder of Krishna consciousness, and he now attempts to play the mridanga very well. So let us pray that both of them become good narrators of Srimad Bhagavatam stories and all the pastimes of Krishna. Let us pray for both of them by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. All glories to their parents, Ved's parents, Ashwini Mataji and Viraj Prabhuji, who are a great, who have turned out to be very good devotees of Krishna by the mercy of Guru and Gauranga, and also Erish's parents, Yutika Mataji and Prabhuji. Thank you very much. Hari Bol.
Hari Hari. So today, I was getting some requests for the PPT making and things like that. So that time I could realize that how difficult is this task of managing this Vrajamandal Parikrama. It's literally a huge parikrama that's happening. A lot of management is there behind this, as Mataji was telling in the beginning. So these devotees deserve a lot of mercy from the Lord, because every day they are taking us to new spots and explaining this wonderful pastime places of Krishna. We are very grateful to them. Hare Krishna. Thanks a lot, Mataji. So with this, we go to the next program, that is the Damodara Ashtakam. And today we have Arav, and I was thinking Arav, but then like whole of Shobha is there, I think, over here. So that's nice. So we'll have Damodara Ashtakam, and when the Damodara Ashtakam is sung, so kindly pay attention to the sound vibration. Anytime, whether we chant or whether we sing a bhajan, whatever we do, we have to pay a lot of attention to the sound vibration. This process of hearing is really very powerful. And if we can meditate on the meanings of this mantra, with side by side, that will be really spiritually uplifting. So please focus on the bhajan. And when the Hare Krishna mantra comes, that time you can switch on your videos and you can offer your lamps to the Lord. Hare Krishna. So now over to you, Arav. We are eager to listen to you. Hari Bol.
नीलरूपम् लसत्कुन्दलं गोकुले भ्राजमानम्
नमामीश्वरं सच्चिदानन्दरूपम् लसत्कुन्दलं गोकुले भ्राजमानम्
यशोदामियोलोकलाण्डवमानम् पराङ्गेष्वमध्यन्ततो नृत्यगोप्या
यशोदामियोलोकलाण्डवमानम् परामृष्टमत्यन्ततो नृत्यगोप्या
रुदन्तं मुहुर्नेत्रयुग्मं रेचन्तं कराम्भोजयोगेन शान्तं खनेत्रम्
रुदन्तं मुहुर्नेत्रयुग्मं विजन्तं कराम्भोजयुग्मेन चातकनेत्रम्
मुहुश्वासकाम्बारेणिकं कखन्था सिताङ्ग्रैं वदामूरडं भक्तिबाधाम्
मोहश्वासकं पात्रीरेखाकबन्धा स्थिताग्रैव दामोदरं भक्तिवादम्
एकीन्द्रेक्ष्वलीलाभिरानन्दकुन्दे स्वघोषं निमज्जन्तम् अख्यापयन्तम्
इति दृक्स्वलीलाभिरनन्दकुण्डे स्वघोषं निमज्जन्तमाख्यापयन्तम्
तनीयेषु भक्तेषितान्वम् पुनः प्रेमतस्नां शतावृत्ति वन्दे
तदीयेषु भक्तेषितात्वम् पुनः प्रेमतस्तं शतावृत्ति वन्दे
स्वरं देवमोक्षां न मोक्षां वदें वा न शन्यं वृणेहं वदेशादपीहा
वरं देव मोक्षं न मोक्षवधिं वा न चान्यं वृणेहं वरिष्ठकपिहा
एतं ते वपुनाथ गोपालबालं सदा मे मनसा विरक्तं किमन्ये
इदं देव पूर्णाथ गोपालबालम् सदा मे मनस्य विरस्तं किमन्ये
इदं ते मुखाम्बोजमत्यन्तनीलाय ऋतं कुण्ठलै सिंहरक्तैश्च गोप्या
इदं ते मुखाम्बोजमत्यन्तनीले वृतं कुन्तले स्निग्धरक्तैश्च गोप्या
मुहुर्शोभितं बिम्बरक्तं धरां मे मनस्य विरस्तमलं लक्षलाभै
मोहशुम्भितं बिम्बरक्ताधरं मे मनस्य विरस्तमलं लक्षलाभे
नमो देव दामोदरानन्द विष्णु प्रसीद प्रभो दुःखरलाब्धिमग्नम्
नमो देव दामोदर विष्णु प्रसीद प्रभो दुःखजलाब्धिमग्नम्
कृपारेष्टिवृष्ट्यादिनाम्बतानु दिहाने क्षमाज्ञाने व्यासिवृष्ट्या
कृपा दृष्टिवृष्ट्या वदानु ग्रहाणे क्षमामज्ञं विद्याशिदृश्य
कुबेरात्मजौ भाण्डमुट्यद्वयद्वात् स्वयामूर्छितौ भक्तिमजौ कृतौ च
कुबेरात्मजौ पादमृतेर्यद्वत् स्वयामोक्षितौ भक्तिमजौ कृतौ च
ततो प्रेमभक्तिं स्वं गमे प्रयास न मोक्षे गमो मे श्रीदामोदरेण
तथा प्रेम भक्तिं समे प्रयच्छ न मोक्षे ग्रहो मे श्रीदामोदरेण
नमस्ते स्तुदाम्ने सुरदीप्तिदाम्ने स्वदीयोधराय च वैश्यस्य दाम्ने
नमस्ते सुदाम्ने स्फुरदीप्तिदाम्ने स्वदीयोदराय च विश्वस्य दाम्ने
नमो राधिकाय त्वदीयप्रियाय नमो नन्दलीलाय देवाय दोभ्याम्
नमो राधिकायै त्वदीयप्रियायै नमो नन्दलीलाय देवाय तुभ्याम्
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे
हरे
कृष्णा
हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे
हरे राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे
जय राधा माधव राधे
जय राधा माधव राधे
जय राधा दामोदर राधे
जय राधा दामोदर राधे
जय गंधर्विक गिरिधरि गौर हरि
जय गंधर्विक गिरिधारी गौर हरि
जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय आनंद देव लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय आनंद देव
जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय अनंत देव लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय अनंत देव
जय पंचतत्वा जय पंचतत्वा
जय पंचतत्वा जय पंचतत्वा
जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद
जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद
नित्यांगौर हरि बोल नित्यांगौर हरि बोल
निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल
Shri Shri Radha Damodar ki
Jai.
Kartik Maas ki
Jai.
Damodar Ashtakam ki
Jai.
Guru Srila Prabhupada ki
Jai.
and I got Premanande.
Hari Hari Bol.
Haribol, it was so nice. You can read the meanings now.
To the Supreme Lord, whose form is in the embodiment of eternal existence, knowledge, and bliss, whose sharp-shaped earrings are swinging to and fro, who is beautifully shining in the divine realm of Gokula, who, due to the offense of breaking the pot of yoga that is murdered, was churning into butter and then stealing the butter that was kept hanging from a swing, is quickly running from the modern grinding motor in fear of murdered Yashoda, but who has been caught from behind by her, who ran after him with the greatest speed. To the Supreme Lord Sri Damodara, I offer my humble obeisances.
Seeing the whipping stick in his mother's hand, he is crying and rubbing his eyes again and again with his two lotus hands. His eyes are filled with fear, and the necklace of pearls around his neck, which is marked with 3 lines like a conch shell, is shaking because of his quick breathing due to crying. To this Supreme Lord, Sri Damodara, whose belly is bound not with ropes but with his mother's pure love, I offer my humble obeisance.
By such childhood pastimes as this, he is drowning the inhabitants of Gokul in pools of ecstasy and is revealing to those devotees who are absorbed in knowledge of his supreme majesty and opulences that he is only conquered by devotees whose pure love is imbued with intimacy and is free from all conceptions of awe and reverence. With great love, I again offer my obeisances to Lord Damodara hundreds and hundreds of times.
O Lord, although you are able to give all kinds of benedictions, I do not pray to you for the boon of impersonal liberation, nor the highest liberation of eternal life in Vaikuntha, nor any other boon which may be obtained by executing the 9 processes of bhakti, O Lord. I simply wish that this form of yours as Balagopala in Vrindavan may ever be manifest in my heart, for what is the use to me of any other boon besides this?
O Lord, your lotus face, which is encircled by locks of soft black hair, tinged with red, is kissed again and again by Mother Yashoda, and your lips are reddish like the bimba fruit. May this beautiful vision of your lotus face be ever manifest in my heart. Thousands and thousands of other benedictions are of no use to me.
O Supreme Godhead, I offer my obeisances unto you. O Damodara, O Ananta, O Vishnu, O Master, O my Lord, be pleased upon me. By showering your glance of mercy upon me, deliver this pure ignorant fool who is immersed in an ocean of worldly sorrows and become visible to my eyes.
O Lord Damodara, just as the 2 sons of Kuvera, Manigreva and Nalakuvera, were delivered from the curse of Narada and made into great devotees by you in your form as a baby, tied with a rope to the wooden grinding motor. In the same way, please give me your own frame of bhakti. I only long for this and have no desire for any kind of liberation.
O Lord Damodara, I first of all offer my obeisances to the brilliantly effulgent rope which binds your belly. I then offer my obeisances to your belly, which is the abode of the entire universe. I humbly bow down to you, most beloved Srimati Radharani, and I offer all obeisances to you, the Supreme Lord, who displays unlimited pastimes.
Hare Krishna.
Hari Hari, it was really wonderful. It was very nice to hear Arav singing. It was so sweet and so amazing. What class you are studying, Arav?
Prabhuji second.
Second, Hari Bol, Jai. And how many rounds you are chanting?
One.
One, okay. Second standard means you should be chanting two, okay? So the number of standard, so whichever you are, and you should be chanting that, okay? So it's so sweet and so amazing.
Okay.
And no, all the kids in Shobha are very, very fortunate. No, they are getting so wonderful association and so nice. And no, it's great. Achyuta Arjun Saka Prabhu is spending nice time there, and he's bringing up all these families so wonderfully. So thanks a lot for your wonderfully devotionally nourishing Damodar Ashtakam, and it actually enlivened all of us. Hari Bol, Hare Krishna. So with this, we'll come to the end of today's program, and we have every day this Damodar Ashtakam program, and please invite your friends and other people. They can also take advantage of this wonderful opportunity to visit different places of Vrindavan and to hear Damodar Ashtakam and offer the lambs and to hear about Krishna. This is really, really very auspicious, and please extend this benefit to as many people as possible, right? So it'll be really, really beneficial for them. So with this, we will end this program today. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Karthik Pratha program ki